Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into something absolutely fascinating that's been happening in the American music industry, and that's the phenomenon of established American artists actively seeking out collaborations with JUNGKOOK. Now, when I say fighting to collaborate, I'm talking about the genuine interest and enthusiasm that multiple American artists have expressed about working with him, the strategic value that collaborations with JUNGKOOK bring, and the way he's positioned himself as one of the most sought-after collaboration partners in global pop music right now. This isn't just speculation or fan fantasy, we have real evidence through the collaborations that have already happened, through statements from American artists and industry professionals, and through the undeniable success that these collaborations have achieved. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like, drop a comment telling me which American artist you'd like to see JUNGKOOK collaborate with next, and let's explore why he's become such a hot commodity in the American music scene. Alright, so let's start by establishing the foundation for this discussion, which is looking at the collaborations that have already happened and understanding what they tell us about JUNGKOOK's appeal to American artists. His debut solo single 7 featured Latto, who is an established American rapper with her own successful career and multiple hit songs. This wasn't a situation where an unknown artist was looking for exposure, this was a legitimate artist with her own fanbase and success choosing to be part of JUNGKOOK's project. Then we have 3D featuring Jack Harlow, another successful American artist who has had multiple #1 hits and is considered one of the rising stars in American hip-hop and pop. Again, this is someone who doesn't need to collaborate with anyone for relevance but chose to work with JUNGKOOK. And then we have perhaps the most high-profile American collaboration, which was performing with Usher at the Super Bowl, one of the biggest stages in American entertainment, watched by over 113 million people. Usher is a legend in American R&B and pop, someone who has been successful for decades, and he specifically chose to share that massive moment with JUNGKOOK. These aren't random collaborations, they're strategic choices by successful American artists, and understanding why they made these choices helps us understand JUNGKOOK's value as a collaboration partner. The most obvious and perhaps most important reason American artists want to collaborate with JUNGKOOK is his proven success in the American market, which is something that very few international artists, and especially very few Asian artists, have ever achieved to his level. When 7 debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, JUNGKOOK became the first Asian solo artist to achieve that position in the chart's history spanning over 65 years. That's not just impressive, that's historic and groundbreaking. The song stayed on the charts for an extended period, received massive radio airplay which has historically been very difficult for non-American artists to achieve, and accumulated billions of streams. 3D also debuted in the top 5, making JUNGKOOK the first Asian solo artist with multiple top 5 debuts. These aren't just numbers on a chart, they represent genuine popularity and commercial viability in what is arguably the world's most competitive and important music market. For American artists, collaborating with JUNGKOOK means partnering with someone who has proven he can deliver commercial success in their home market, which increases the likelihood that the collaboration will also be successful. Beyond just chart performance, JUNGKOOK brings something that very few artists in the world can offer, and that's access to the massive, incredibly engaged, and globally distributed ARMY fanbase. BTS's fanbase is legendary for their dedication, their streaming power, their purchasing power, and their ability to mobilize and support releases. When an American artist collaborates with JUNGKOOK, they're not just reaching his fans, they're reaching millions of highly engaged fans who will stream the song extensively, buy it in multiple formats, promote it on social media, and create a level of buzz and engagement that's difficult to achieve through traditional marketing. We saw this with 7 where the immediate response from ARMY helped propel the song to #1 and sustained it on the charts. For American artists, this represents a strategic advantage that can significantly boost their own profile and chart performance. It's not just about JUNGKOOK's talent, though that's certainly part of it, it's also about the ecosystem of support that comes with him. JUNGKOOK's vocal abilities and versatility are another major factor that makes him attractive to American artists and producers. He's not a one-dimensional vocalist who can only do one style well. He can handle powerful pop vocals, smooth R&B delivery, more aggressive hip-hop influenced tracks, emotional ballads, and everything in between. This versatility means he can adapt to different collaboration partners in different musical styles without compromising the quality of his performance. When American artists consider potential collaborators, vocal ability is obviously crucial, and Jungkook has proven time and time again that he can deliver world-class vocal performances across multiple genres. His work with Latto required a more attitude-driven, confident vocal delivery, and he nailed it. His work with Jack Harlow needed to blend with a more hip-hop-focused production, and he handled it perfectly. His moment with Usher required him to hold his own next to an R&B legend on the biggest stage imaginable, and he delivered. This versatility and consistent quality make him a safe bet for American artists who want a collaboration partner that will elevate their track rather than being a weak link. The global reach that Jungkook brings to collaborations is absolutely crucial and cannot be overstated. While American artists obviously have strong positions in the American market, many of them have limited reach in Asian markets, which represent billions of potential fans and massive commercial opportunities. Collaborating with Jungkook provides immediate access to Asian markets where he has enormous popularity and influence. This is particularly important for American artists looking to expand their global footprint and increase their international revenue streams. In today's music industry, global success is increasingly important, and having a collaborator who can help you break into markets that might otherwise be difficult to access is incredibly valuable. Jungkook essentially serves as a bridge between Western and Eastern music markets and American. Artists recognize the strategic value of that position. There's also the factor of Jungkook's work ethic and professionalism, which industry insiders have consistently praised. The music industry is full of talented people, but not all talented people are easy to work with, reliable, or professional. Jungkook has built a reputation through his years with BTS and now in his solo career as someone who is dedicated, hardworking, open to collaboration and input, and committed to creating quality final products. When American artists and their teams consider potential collaborators, these professional qualities matter enormously. No one wants to work with someone who is difficult, unreliable, or unprofessional, regardless of how talented they might be. The fact that people who have worked with Jungkook consistently speak positively about the experience makes other artists more willing and eager to collaborate with him. Word travels in the music industry, and Jungkook's positive reputation makes him someone that American artists actively want to work with rather than having to be convinced. The quality and production value that Jungkook brings to projects is another significant factor. He's not just a vocalist who shows up, records his parts, and leaves. He's involved in the creative process, he cares about the quality of the final product, and he has the resources and team behind him to ensure everything is done at the highest level. His solo releases have demonstrated consistently high production values, interesting and engaging music videos, and polished, professional final products. For American artists, knowing that a collaboration with Jungkook will be executed at a high level reduces risk and increases the likelihood of a quality final product that both artists can be proud of and that will be well received by audiences and critics. Let's also discuss the cultural moment and timing aspect of why American artists want to collaborate with Jungkook right now. There's increasing recognition in the American music industry that the future of pop music is global and multicultural. The days of American artists dominating the global market without any meaningful competition or collaboration with non-American artists are ending. Forward-thinking American artists and industry professionals recognize that embracing global collaboration and learning from successful artists from other markets is not just culturally appropriate but also strategically smart. Jungkook represents the cutting edge of this global pop music evolution. He's someone who has succeeded in bridging cultural and linguistic barriers, who represents the potential for truly global pop stars, and who is at the forefront of changes in how the music industry operates. American artists who collaborate with him are positioning themselves as part of this global future rather than being stuck in an American-only mindset. The social media and digital marketing boost that comes with a Jungkook collaboration is also incredibly valuable in today's music landscape. Jungkook has millions of followers across all social media platforms, and when he posts about a collaboration, it immediately reaches that massive audience. But beyond just his own followers, the ARMY network creates a multiplier effect where information spreads rapidly across the internet. Trending on Twitter, viral moments on TikTok, discussion across all platforms, all of this creates awareness and buzz that traditional marketing dollars often cannot buy. For American artists, especially those who might be trying to maintain relevance or break through to the next level of success, the digital marketing boost that comes with a Jungkook collaboration can be transformative. It's essentially free exposure to millions of engaged potential fans. There's also an element of prestige and industry validation that comes from collaborating with JUNGKOOK. He's not just commercially successful, he's critically respected and recognized by music industry professionals as a genuinely talented artist. When established American artists collaborate with him, it's seen as a legitimate artistic partnership rather than just a commercial cash grab. This matters for artists who care about their artistic legacy and how they're perceived within the industry. Being able to say you collaborated with JUNGKOOK carries weight in industry circles. It demonstrates that you're taken seriously enough that he wanted to work with you, and it positions you as someone who is forward-thinking and willing to embrace global collaboration. The proven track record of successful collaborations that JUNGKOOK has built also creates a self-reinforcing cycle where more artists want to work with him because previous collaborations have been successful. 7 was massively successful commercially and was well received critically. 3D also performed very well and introduced JUNGKOOK to new audiences. The Super Bowl moment was universally praised and created enormous buzz. When American artists and their teams are considering potential collaborators, they look at past collaborations to assess risk and potential reward. JUNGKOOK's track record shows consistently successful collaborations, which makes him a lower risk and higher reward collaboration partner than many alternatives. Success breeds more success, and JUNGKOOK's proven ability to deliver successful collaborations makes him even more sought after. Let's talk about the artistic credibility and authenticity that JUNGKOOK brings to collaborations. In an era where audiences are increasingly savvy and can detect inauthentic collaborations or obvious cash grabs, having collaboration partners who bring genuine artistic credibility is important. JUNGKOOK isn't just a commercial product manufactured by a company, he's recognized as a legitimate artist with real talent, artistic vision, and a genuine love for music. This authenticity resonates with audiences and makes collaborations feel more organic and genuine rather than forced or purely commercial. For American artists, partnering with someone who has this artistic credibility enhances their own credibility rather than potentially diminishing it. The opportunities for creative experimentation that come with collaborating with JUNGKOOK are also appealing to American artists. Because he's versatile and comes from a K-pop background which emphasizes experimentation, production quality, and pushing boundaries, working with him opens up creative possibilities that might not exist with more traditional American pop collaborators. American artists who want to try something different, incorporate new influences, or push their own artistic boundaries can find in JUNGKOOK a collaboration partner who is open to experimentation while still being able to deliver commercially viable results. This balance between artistic experimentation and commercial viability is rare and valuable. There's also the simple factor of JUNGKOOK's massive star power and the excitement and buzz that surrounds everything he does. In an entertainment landscape where capturing attention is increasingly difficult, having a collaboration partner who can generate massive interest and excitement just by being involved is incredibly valuable. When JUNGKOOK announces a collaboration, it becomes news, it trends globally, people immediately pay attention. This attention-capturing ability is something that only a handful of artists in the world possess, and American artists recognize the value of tapping into that star power for their own projects. Looking toward the future, there's also the strategic consideration that JUNGKOOK's influence and success are likely to continue growing rather than diminishing. He's still relatively early in his solo career, he's young, he's continuously improving and evolving as an artist, and he has the resources and team behind him to sustain long-term success. For American artists thinking about their own careers and legacy, collaborating with JUNGKOOK now positions them as having worked with one of the defining artists of this generation before his story is fully written. There's value in being able to say you collaborated with someone during their rise rather than only after they've already achieved legendary status. So guys, why do American artists fight to collaborate with JUNGKOOK? It's a combination of his proven commercial success in the American market, his access to the massive global ARMY fanbase, his exceptional vocal abilities and versatility, his global reach especially in Asian markets, his professional reputation and work ethic, the high production quality he brings to projects, the cultural moment of global pop music evolution, the social media and digital marketing boost, the industry prestige and validation, his proven track record of successful collaborations, his artistic credibility and authenticity, the opportunities for creative experimentation, his massive star power, and the strategic value of partnering with him for future career trajectory. When you add all of these factors together, it becomes clear why Jungkook has become one of the most sought-after collaboration partners in global pop music and why American artists are actively pursuing opportunities to work with him. This isn't just about him being from BTS or having a fanbase, it's about him being a complete package as an artist, a professional, and a strategic partner who can elevate any collaboration he's part of. What do you think? Which American artist would you most want to see collaborate with Jungkook next? Let me know in the comments. And if this video helped you understand why these collaborations keep happening, please give it a huge thumbs up, share it with everyone who loves Jungkook or is interested in the music industry, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.